So one final question I wanted to ask is, the book's been massively successful, both of the books, in fact, Hooked and
Thank you.
Indistractable. How do you know which book to write next?
It starts for me by chasing my curiosity. So I have lots of ideas that could become books, but they all originate from the same place, which is, what are my problems?
Mm.
And so when I have a problem in my life, the first line of defense is I try and think through that problem. So I'll journal, I'll write about the problem, I'll sort through it, I'll write a blog post to see if I can come up with the answer for myself. Now, so that's think of that as like the top of the funnel. There's lots of problems in my life that I want to sort out. And then the next layer is, if they filter through and I still haven't come up with an answer, well, then the next step is to read every book I can find on the topic, right? And then by reading those books on the topic, the funnel narrows down even further. Most of the ideas, probably 99% of the problems, somebody else has written a wonderful book around. And so, hey, that's great. I found the answer to my question. Once every 5 years or so, there'll be that one idea, that one problem that I have in my life. I read books on the topic, and none of them cut it. And so that's what happened with both of my books, with Hooked and with Indistractable. I looked for a book that helped me know how to build habit-forming products. Didn't find it. I looked for a book on how to help me get to the psychology of distraction. What is the root cause of why we don't do what we say we're going to do? And every book on the topic had the same exact stupid answer. It's the technology. Right. So I actually followed their advice. I didn't think I was going to write a book about this. I actually did what they told me. I went on the 30-day digital detox. I got rid of my technology. I bought myself a flip phone, and I bought myself a word processor with no internet connection. I did all of that, and it didn't work. And the reason it didn't work is that I would sit down at my desk and I would say, okay, now I'm going to write, but let me tidy up first. Or, my trash needs to be taken out. Let me take out the trash. Or, there's one of these books on my bookcase that I should probably do a little bit more research in. And I kept getting distracted. So even when I removed the technology, the problem remained. So it couldn't be the technology's fault. And so when I have a problem in my life that I find that every book on the topic just does not fix the problem, that's when I go on this journey to figure out, okay, let's get down to the bottom of this and really figure it out for myself. And so I write books. I think trying to write a bestseller, you're just bad at math because the odds are horrible, right? I think the best thing you can do is to write the book you want to read, the book that you wish someone would have already written for you to solve your problem. And if that book doesn't exist, write that book, and then you cannot fail. Because the worst case scenario, even if nobody buys even one copy of the book, well, you will have solved your own problem. And that's exactly what happened to me in my life with these two books, especially with my second book, Indistractable. I desperately wanted to fix this problem for myself, and I have. And if other people like the book too, if other people benefit from these 5 years of research, well, then that's icing on the cake. That's wonderful.